Hello everybody! Today is a special day. Today is my 1-year bus anniversary. To commemorate this special day, I decided to do a Draw My Life, but like Bus Life edition. So it all starts out in 2019 in Hawaii. My ex and I had moved there, and then in April of 2020, we broke up and I left the island of Hawaii. I was really, really sad. It was in the middle of the pandemic, so I moved to Chicago with my family. While I was in Chicago, I had about $200 to my name, so I started job hunting all across the country. I applied to over 200 jobs, and I wasn't hired for a frickin' one of them. Not a single job, folks. So I had no real choice but to work trade, which is what I swore I would never do ever again. So I found a work trade that promised pay and housing in Northeast Portland. When I got to Portland, surprise, oh surprise, my boss was a complete narcissistic, crazy person. He made working every single day an absolute challenge. The housing I was promised was an infested canned ham trailer. It had so many mice in it, I felt like an outsider. And they were constantly questioning if I had actually done the work that they were going to pay me for. And then on top of that, they had 2 really aggressive livestock guardian dogs that actually ended up attacking me. So while I was working in this farm, just slowly dying, my bank statements were getting more and more depressing, I killed my retirement that I had started in high school just to stay afloat. I started searching Craigslist because I knew I didn't want to stay at the farm for very long, and I found what was called an off-grid schoolie. I personally had never heard of an off-grid schoolie before, and absolutely fell in love with the damn thing. It was like love at first Craigslist ad. As soon as I went to go see it, it was game over. I fell head over heels in love with it and bought it pretty much that week. My boss promptly sent his wife to come fire me at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Seeing as I was living in a trailer in their backyard, I didn't really have any other options besides moving into my unfinished bus. I wasn't excited about it, but I packed all 3 of my bags, which was all of my worldly possessions at the time, and moved into my unfinished bus. Because it was coronavirus and I couldn't stay on a friend's couch, I moved from the Fred Meyer parking lot to the Home Depot parking lot. The Home Depot parking lot in Happy Valley, Oregon is where I did 90% of my bus conversion. I was constantly harassed by the police. People were really mean to me, and I constantly had to show my receipts to prove that I was a customer. So I was really happy when I finally got to leave Portland and get a job in my field. I got a job as an aquarist in a little tiny seaside town called Port Townsend, Washington. At Port Townsend, it was really beautiful when I very first moved there in September. The ocean was amazing. I got to bike to work every day, and I lived at this adorable hippie commune. Until the goddamn winter. Winter in coastal Washington consists of 3 things: darkness, unending rain, and unlimiting depression. Because my first bus only heated itself with a wood stove, and because I worked full-time, I literally couldn't keep up with the wood chopping, which resulted in me being really, really cold and sad all the time. It's actually the saddest I've ever been. I have never been more depressed. By February, I had quit my job at the aquarium because I was just too sad. So while I was house sitting for a friend in Eugene, I got a message from my good friend Isaac, and that's actually how we met and connected. And that was also when my first bus started to have mechanical issues. Isaac talked me into selling my first bus because I couldn't keep up with the mechanical demands anymore. And in April of 2021, I got the email of my life. It simply said, "Fuck it, I'll buy the bus." I was so thankful that somebody wanted to buy my little bus because I had put my heart and soul into building it. So I was so happy when somebody sent me that email, and I got to drive my little bus across the country to her new owner in 4 days all by myself. Do not recommend. So after teaching the new owner how to drive my old little bus in a Target parking lot, she drove me to the airport, I withdrew all of the money in my bank account, and I picked up my new bus, the bus that would be known as Gumboot. In May, I finished converting Gumboot and met so many lovely people in the bus community. Then I moved to my new job in the middle of nowhere, where unfortunately, my dear sweet Bootsy has been in the shop for a large portion of that time. But even though my bus is in the shop, that's not going to stop me from celebrating my 1-year bus anniversary. I don't care who you are, but if you spend 365 days living in a bus, you're a freaking weirdo and you deserve an award. I want to leave this little video by saying that life is going to hand you a lot of lemons, okay? And your job is to make lemonade out of that. And not just to make lemonade, but to drink all of that damn lemonade, okay? And then when you're done drinking the lemonade, yeah, you're gonna go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just kidding. I don't know. It's been a wild ride these last 365 days. I actually can't believe it's been 365 days living in a bus, calling myself a little bus hobbit. I've changed so much as a person. I've grown so much as a person. I've grown so much since, I don't know, my relationships and my friendships and how I see myself and where I see myself in the future. And it's crazy how much can change in a year. So if you're having a hard time, a lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen in a day. Keep your chin up.